let's talk a little bit about the Stanley Hotel. We spent one night there, and we also did a night tour, is how they refer to it. It's essentially a ghost tour of the hotel. So it was an interesting evening. If you don't know, that hotel was where they shot the film The Shining. Apparently they shot some parts of Dumb and Dumber there, and then they shot a remake, a three-part TV movie or three-part movie series of The Shining in the 1990s, which they shot at most of that at a building that's attached to the main hotel, the main Stanley Hotel. So anyway, that's its claim to fame. That and the fact that it's supposed to be one of the most haunted hotels in the United States. This is a very historic hotel. It goes back to the early 1900s. I think the early 1900s, and it was built by a rich guy whose friends were the Rockefellers, the Vanderbilts, those kind of people, and he wanted a place for them to come and visit in sheer opulence. And so that's how this thing got its start. It is a beautiful facility. The building is just gorgeous. You go into the lobby and it's very dark. The woods are lots of wood finishes, and it's very dark, and they've got fireplaces going all the time, and two of them in the main lobby. Then off to the side they've got meeting rooms or event rooms that those were used in the movie The Shining. If you've watched that, you've seen Jack typing in a room. One of those is there. So anyway, it's just gorgeous and it's that old grandeur from the early 20th century. Stood in line for quite a while. They had a very slow check-in system, 2 people checking us in. But we finally got a room, and we got a room on the first floor, which is really nice because we could park literally right behind our room and walk down a few steps and right into the door to our room. So that was very nice. While I was checking in, I heard some woman chewing out the manager because their room was so hot and their air conditioning didn't work. Apparently this woman didn't read their website, which said that this is a historic hotel and we do not have air conditioning. They don't hide that. They put it on the website. Anyway, so she was pretty upset. But so we go to our room, and I kind of found out why she was upset, because it was hot in that room. Our window was facing to the west, and this was later in the afternoon, and the sun was beating in, and it was hot. So we got the fan going. We opened the window because there was a bit of a breeze, so that helped some. And I spent a couple hours downloading video clips and all that sort of stuff. Then we went on the ghost tour at 7:30. It was okay. It's a ghost tour. If you've been on one, you've been on all, basically. But we walked around to some of the different rooms. There's a stage. There's a little concert hall, a performance hall that we walked in there, and we were able to get up on the stage and check that out. Then we went downstairs to the green room and a couple other rooms beneath the stage. We went to an old billiard room and sat in there, and of course all the while the tour guide was telling these spooky ghost stories of things that he had seen. But by the way, you can't record the stories because these are copyrighted by the Stanley Hotel. So how are they able to copyright his personal experiences, right? Okay. You just have to go along with it. It's all in fun. So we went to several rooms. We ended up in what was part of the tunnel that went between the buildings that the staff used many, many years ago, most of which has collapsed. But we went into one little part, and that was probably the spookiest part of the whole tour. So it was an interesting evening. It was kind of a bucket list thing for Monique, she loves the movie The Shining, so to be able to go there and stay there and get a tour around and see the facility was a real big deal for her. So what are my thoughts on the Stanley Hotel? Well, it's cool. They're building the hedge maze out in front, or they have built it in 2015.
Yeah.
And so obviously it's still growing. It will take many years for that to grow to the heights that you saw in the movie. But that's pretty cool that they've recognized the impact of that movie on their existence and they're incorporating that in there. The building, like I said, is just amazing. It's so pretty, so grand. That it's you can't help but be overwhelmed by it. They got pictures, old pictures from the history of the hotel all over the walls and everything. And of course, you're walking down the hall and you look at it and says, I'm expecting two little girl ghosts to appear. I've seen this hallway before.
Our hallway looked like the hallway that would have the two little girls.
I'll show it here. I walked down the hallway recording because it looked just like that. I kept expecting to see some little kid rolling in a big wheel or two little
Don't
girls.
play with me.
Yeah. So anyway, just an amazing facility. It's a cool experience. As far as staying there, pick your time if you're going to go because they do not have air conditioning and it was really hot in there and there's not much that they can do to help you. We had the fan going and we had our window open at night and it cooled off. It was very comfortable at night. The bed was very comfortable. It was a wonderful bed. The room had no refrigerator. It had no microwave. So as a place to stay, it's it's comfortable in terms of the furnishings and stuff, but it's poorly equipped compared to modern hotel standards. So I guess what I would say about it is this is a place to go one time, a bucket list item to see where they made this movie and just really enjoy the amazing architecture and how big this whole thing is. It's really cool. But just understand that you will be dealing with some discomfort, probably unless you get perfect weather for it, or it's a little cooler, because it is a historic hotel.